could switch my keepsake.
Princess.
Onward. Fear not, you three. We'll find you. Too hot for you?
10, 9, 8. Close call.
Choose one, spurn the other.
You missed me, didn't you?
You're wise to side with Aphrodite, though for now you've made an enemy of me.
Well, here we go. It's now or never.
9, 8, 7.
My work at times requires me to side against my king. You understand, of course.
Remember that. Hear me, on my authority. Down the drain.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Not yet. No more mistakes. No! Return to shadow now. This feeling. Hello? Lord Moros, is that you?
Alright, we're here. Well, what do you know? We got ourselves a visitor, ladies. Who would have thought? You found us, sweetie. You get, I don't know, 3 questions? 3 of us, 3 questions. Sounds reasonable, right?
You're the Fates. You're really here. Are you safe? In any distress? Your brother, Lord Moros, he searched everywhere for you, and not just him.
Are you safe in any distress? What do you think, ladies? We count that as 1 question or 2? I say go easy on her. Seems like a nice girl. Count it as just 1, okay?
Oh yeah, nice girl, you're right. Count it as 1. Okay.
Okay, we're fine, sweetie. At least now we are. Your grandpa got us. Yeah, we were a little miffed, you know? Because we'd been weaving. So then we figured, what's a better time to take a break?
Take a break? Shouldn't you have sent word to Lord Moros, much less anybody else? He's been very concerned.
That's question 2. We did send word. That's why you're here. Moros, he's a real sweetheart. We figured he could use a little alone time. Okay, last question.
Last question, What do you all intend to do, now that Kronos no longer seems to be a threat? How do we prevent something like this from happening again?
Okay, now that I'm counting as 2 questions, so I'm only gonna give you the first one. Well, maybe it was the second. I'm getting mixed up. Point is, we're not gonna do a thing. This has been nice.
Not going to do a thing, and I'm unable to ask further questions, so perhaps you're going to elaborate.
Hey, who knows what's gonna happen, you or me? Look, all you gods, you got yourselves into this. I know. You think it's cause of us. Well, we don't like that kind of pressure. You've been doing okay on your own, so...
Yeah, you've been doing okay. So we are gonna let you keep this up.
We're gonna let you keep this up. And once you've had your fill, being without us for a while, you're gonna hand it over to mortals. Just like we're handing it over to you.
Hand what over to mortals? Which is to say, I don't know how I can respond to that without another question.
That's alright, sweetie. Think of it like, you gods can do your own thing for a while, then mortals can do theirs. It'll be a brand new age. Been a while since the last one of those.
So you're retiring, all 3 of you. No more weavings. We're to keep fending for ourselves, come what may.
Oh, come on. Don't make it sound like such a big deal. Not like you're gonna do anything different anyway. But you could. Just ask your old teacher sometime. Now she's pulled some strings, let me tell you.
Oh yeah, teacher's definitely pulled some strings, all right. You mean headmistress? So you're saying... I don't know what you're saying, but I'll ask. As you well know, I couldn't have done any of this without her.
Yeah, we know. Well, anyway, sweetie, we're gonna cut you loose, as we've got other things to do. But not weaving. Not for the foreseeable future, as they say. So nice to finally meet you. Bye!
Bye, and thank you all.
Thus did the 3 reclusive and feared fates, whose often unpredictable weavings determine all that is to come, even for gods, declare the dawning of another age. An age in which both mortals and immortals shall be free to choose their path, so long as they believe the choice exists. A golden age, during which mortal kind shall not be ruled entirely by divine right, but by itself. Word quickly spreads from the heights of Olympus to the depths of the underworld, foretelling of this perhaps very, very distant future filled with possibility and the unknown. Many rejoice, but others know that gods do not go quietly, and history repeats. For now, we can but use the time we have, both to prepare and, to the best of our ability, to live.
I'll have to keep working on that. on both counts. Not every night you meet the fates. Perhaps I'm still in a bit of shock. Such a beautiful dress they fashioned for me, though not as soft as Arachne's silk. Hey Dora, what if hypothetically there were to be the dawning of another age at some point, and the gods then truly did leave mortals more or less alone? More than before.
What, are you making me some kind of offer here? I know you're a big deal lately, but not even you have the power to pull something like that off, Mel. Why would the gods give up their gig?
Even the gods are subject to the will of the three fates. None of us can entirely control what shall come to pass, and there are prophecies that cannot change no matter what.
You really believe that stuff, even after everything you did? I mean, was there really some kind of prophecy about Kronos and how you'd end up beating him eventually, once you realized your true potential thanks to me?
Well, no, because the fates went missing throughout most of this ordeal, but they don't tend to be mistaken.
Right. I'll believe it when it happens.
You found them.
So,
My sisters. They're all right. I was about to say thank the fates, but in this case, Princess, I can only say thank you. While you'd best not tell me how you did it, please do tell how it was to meet them finally.
it was an interesting conversation, and they seem to be doing well, that much I can say. And you're probably aware of the new major prophecy that they foretold.
The advent of another age. They notified me, yes. Perhaps it's their way of preventing any further attempts to circumvent their will, assuming this age does arrive.
What does this mean for you, though, Moros? I got the sense your sisters have no immediate plans to resume their customary weavings.
I think it means that mortals shall be having a reprieve from me, potentially for quite some time, and that I'll have to find something to do.
You could remain here with us, help tend the crossroads, learn our craft.
I'd like that very much.
Same.
Not seen you topside in a while, babe. I didn't want to say anything, but it's starting to feel a little personal, you know?
Eris, have you considered the possibility that when I pursue my task within the underworld, you could not be further from my mind?
That's what they all say. You know what I think? You're afraid. Not just to face me, but to face your feelings. Fine, go run away into the underworld some more.
Why do I speak to you?
Only to hurt us
me, Mel.
both.
I almost hesitate to ask. Where are you, Headmistress? It's all here.
Heard you found the three fates. I don't believe that's how it happened. Probably weren't even looking. They found you.
That is a distinct possibility. Perhaps when Kronos thought he sent them into exile, they merely played along, and now decided to check in after the troubles with him passed.
Sure sounds like something they'd do, but no use speculating, right? And what now? We're all back to having no will of our own. Maybe we never did.
Perhaps they don't want us to be certain either way. Nor do they seem to desire all the credit for the actions we take.
Guess we'd better act like we have everything under control.
What else can we do?
Goddess.
I take it you heard about the fates. Apparently everyone already has. Figured you'd be among the first. Though come to think of it, I've not heard you speak about them much.
It's because deep down, I've always felt we make our choices for ourselves. Admittedly a controversial point of view, and we've strong evidence that those three often choose for us, but I have to heed my instincts on this one.
Wait, you don't believe in what they do? The prophecies, the coming of a new age? None of it?
I wouldn't go that far, but I choose to believe in those I know and trust, including members of your family. If that makes me a fool, then so be it.
So be it. Sounds like accepting fate to me.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Hi, Melly.
Icarus.
hearing Shade say something's changing on Olympus. That the Fates themselves decided that the gods will soon be ruling with a lighter touch. That sounds different.
I think soon there may be relative to gods, not mortals, but what I've heard is much the same. At the dawn of the new age, mortals are to choose their paths themselves.
An age where neither the gods nor the Fates are dictating each moment of our lives or deaths. Hard to imagine. Who would we even blame if things went wrong then, eh?
You'll find someone, I'm sure. Return to Shadow now. Oh, blast.
Yes, flip.
You had an audience with the three Fates. Your incantation from so many nights ago must have taken effect. Hermes indicated they're in good spirits, but shall be continuing their leave. Well done drawing them out, nevertheless.
Thank you, Headmistress. I get the impression that they sought me more so than the other way around, but at least we know they're safe. They also mentioned you.
They did they? In what capacity?
They said you've... Well, is there someplace more private where we can discuss this, do you think?
Let's to the springs. You've earned the rest. And we can sit and talk about what's on your mind, and theirs.
Perfect.
Ah, but that's not bad. So, what do the three Weaving Sisters know of me then, You were about to say.
They told me... I believe the phrase they used was you had pulled some strings. They didn't elaborate, but suggested I ask you about it.
Pulled strings. I know full well what they meant. But to this point, I was uncertain whether they did. Let me twist your question back. What do you suppose they implied?
I got the sense they felt that you had altered their designs somehow. Pulling strings, changing their weavings, and not in a small way either, but I merely guess.
You don't merely anything, Malinois. Well, if those three already know my past, you ought to know it too. And 'tis easier to explain, I suppose, if you look upon me as I am.
Mistress, what? You're beautiful. But what is this? I don't understand. Some trick you're playing, or some glamour, or...
No. The trick is when the veil is on. Look upon me, and do not avert your eyes. I know those eyes better than you.
You're... How is this possible? Who are you?
When I was a mere babe, I washed up on the bank of the Hecate with naught but moonlight to guide me. Selene looked out for me, informed me that the Titan Kronos took my family, and that I alone escaped. Thus, I trained.
You trained for the task. Death to Kronos. You attempted all of that before I did.
Before is not entirely correct. I was a capable student, but very raw. Vengeance was my headmistress. And one night I found the wretch, spewed every curse that I knew, and descended into the abyss of his subconscious.
But I had you to teach me to descend to the abyss of the subconscious. You mean to say you figured it out entirely on your own? That's impossible.
Speaking from experience, I beg to differ. But at any rate, something did go awry. Time and nightmare fused, and I discovered I was someplace else. I sought the end of time, but had arrived somewhere closer to the beginning.
And then you lived for eons, waiting for the weavings of the fates and me for a second chance. Headmistress, Gods.
I dared not tamper with the Fates' designs more than was strictly needed. In this form, I ingratiated myself to your father and mother, became handmaiden to the Queen, in fact. Thus, when Kronos inevitably struck, they gave their newborn daughter not to the River Styx, but to me.
Then, you did everything in your power to prepare me, so that I might succeed where you failed.
Correct. 'Tis as I always told you, I am not your mother, Millenoi. Neither did I have one myself. However, I had reason to be confident in your abilities. So, there you are. How you must hate me for all this.
No. How can you even say that still, Headmistress? I love you, and you are my mother, whether you can admit it or not. And even if we're far too much alike.
I love you too, of course, Millenoi, with all my heart and soul. Far more than I could ever love myself. And I am so sorry for all that you had to endure, for the family you never had.
But I have my family. I have you.
Neria's soul must know of this, I trust you understand. The three fates, fine, and we and no one else. Now then, shall we pretend that none of this transpired?
I'll be discreet, of course, but won't pretend.
Back early. What did I ever do to deserve this?
Greetings.
This new age the Fates foretold, when they'll hand it over to mortals, by which I think they meant the big decisions. What say our shades about all that?
I've heard a mix of viewpoints, though they've been enthusiastic on the whole. Ungrateful wretches, We're only here by the grace of the gods.
It isn't always grace, I suppose. Many of these shades met an early demise due to acts of gods. They don't want to be pushed around.
There shall always be someone or something to push such people around. Whether it's a god or not hardly matters. The gods can have their moods, I know. But I'd not have gone far without them. That's why I'm here.
Nice of you to say.
I don't.